Welcome to the Simple Minds podcast, where we look to empower and encourage real conversation amongst men everywhere by unpacking topics on self-help, philosophy, and business.
Welcome to the Simple Minds podcast. Who are we here with today? Travis.
Everybody.
Justin.
Matt.
Are you sure you're Matt?
Matt J. Hannum.
You look different.
Do I look different? I'll be MJ. Sup?
Idiot.
So much
I'll
swag.
be
Hey,
JB.
it's a new year, and
New year, new you.
I think don't start new.
Who dis?
New. I hate that shit. I really do. That's
You
like
do you, Conrad.
that's
Yeah, you
like
do, yeah.
vinegar in my eyes.
Vinegar
It is
eyes.
noisy.
Vinegar stroke.
Hey, gentlemen, I thought it'd be prudent or fair
Did you?
to share a little bit more information
your
about
idea,
us
was
with the people that listen.
think
Well,
it was-
fuck, I'm on the mic, buddy, so I'm
Well, to be honest,
taking.
it was
I think
my
it was
idea,
Travis's idea. This
okay.
muscle shirt man over here. What's going on, buddy?
He's got a shirt with no sleeves, there are no muscles.
Anyway, carry on.
We have a little practice with amongst the group that we're with of choosing a word for the year, and it has. That was a lot of noise. It has a lot of resonance with us from our from how we review our year, and probably how we direct our year. It gives us a bit of a north star guiding light. And I thought I would challenge all of you guys that are listening, or you guys and girls that are listening, to have a listen to why the words we've chosen and why we've chosen them, and then set a challenge for yourselves to pick a word and share it with people to allow other people around you to know what you're going for and to help you and hold you accountable. And I think go through the process, the journaling, the reflection, and let's see what we can achieve. So, JB, what's the go with you this year?
Oh, jeez.
Hot seat, bro.
Hot seat, straight into it. So hang on, we use this word as a continuum, like mantra for the year, I guess.
Well, it's the define, it's the light, it's where we're going.
Yeah.
JB.
Yes, we
What
do.
the hell was that?
Mantra, word.
So for context, last year I had the word discipline, which was really good for me, and like you said, it's a bit of a guiding north star, a bit of a mantra. I do journal daily, and it's something that my method. It's not about journaling, but just to give you some context, what I typically do with my journaling is I'll do 3 things that I'm grateful for, and then I'll do my word of the year, and I will kind of write a sentence in relation to my word. This year, heading into 2020, I ended up landing on the word service. And for me, I landed on that word service because I think I recently brought it up, the Enneagram. A common theme in my Enneagram is to not put other people before myself, but my Enneagram type is a type 3, which is called the achiever. So I'm very much about achieving shit and doing shit. And
That is so not you, bro.
sometimes it challenges you to do things for others. And this year for me is a bit of a foundational year of a few things that I want to get set up and get into motion. And I've really been trying to connect with understanding why I do what I do. And at the fundamental foundation is service. And so as Tony Robbins even goes out, he talks about the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment. And from a lot of the things that I've learned over the last couple years is that to one aspect of feeling fulfilled is being of service. And one definition of that is doing things without the expectation of anything in return. And so that's something I really want to focus on this year. And so my last couple of weeks, my journal entries for service have been really amazing. And I lead a team of, I think at the moment 10, and it's looking to grow this year again. In order for me to enable them to be the best versions of themselves, I'm going to have to be of service of them, and I'm going to have to be of service of myself. And so that's kind of why I end up landing on this word. and why I'm really excited to keep this at the forefront over the next 12 months. And as we've shared, I actually think over the last, well, it depends when this one will be released in the order of it, but regardless of when you're listening, the episodes that we've discussed recently, we've talked about, I think in the time episode in particular, we talked about delegating, even the relaxed, I don't know what we're going to title it, talked about delegating work and the idea that sometimes you have to serve yourself to serve others. And so learning to be comfortable with maybe spending a day reading or going on a course or being away from individuals, even focusing on my health, right? Going to the gym and prioritizing the gym over responding to those emails. Well, that is to be of service, because if I'm in a good state, a good frame of mind, I've got my health in order, I'm going to be able to think clearer, being able to guide people better, mentor or whatever that may be, and show up for others in a better way. And that's something I really want to connect with over the next 12 months. So super long-winded response, cool. But there's some context of how I landed on the word service. There are a couple of others I was playing with. And yeah.
No, cool. Good share. Trav?
My 2020 word is growth. 2018 was focus. I was just very flippant about what I was doing and needed some, center point focus. So that's what that came about.
Lots of good results from that.
Yeah, well, it was incredible actually. And then, that actually rolled into last year, which was gratitude, was actually being humble enough and reflecting on those results that I got from, the focus.
Better results.
Yeah, exactly. So it's incredible how it goes. So this
the guy got dealt aces, mate. His deck of 52 cards are all aces.
Yeah. So this year's growth, I really feel in the last 18 months, I haven't invested as much as I should have in myself and gone as deep as I should into my own personal growth. I was focused on results in 18 and as well as 19 and that sort of went on the back burner. It kind of stems, I could actually have chosen service as well, JB, because it kind of stems from that, because the more I can grow as a person and as a leader, the better I'm going to serve my team and the people around me, my family, my proximity. So that was kind of the reason I chose growth. It was really to give myself some accountability to, put PD time in my diary to, every Tuesday and Thursday night, that's my, listened content, write about it, read about it. I'm journaling more. I never used to really, do the, journaling, every night, but now, that's starting to embed into my habits. So that's the reason I've used this word to really kind of,
cool.
kick that on.
Matty, that's a good one.
Yeah, so last year was performance, and it actually took a bit of an interesting turn. It really got down to helping me change some fundamentals to help me perform better. But more specifically, 2020 for me is create. So service does tie in, which is similar to you guys. But basically for me, like the defining create is to bring something into existence. And this year I really am set to build on my recent growth in personal and business from the last few years, focusing on creating in sort of two main ways. So the first is creating, in my greatness, including some more media courses and just developing new revenue streams. So like you see me put content out, but there's just so much more that I want to put out. Simple Minds, my own Amplify podcast, what we do in business. And I really want to create more, make a time, and just put a lot more content out, and then just creating and testing and implementing just a better framework to start to really truly live a lifestyle by design, and which really ties into many of the topics that we've discussed in the last few weeks, and even some of the things that are coming up. I just want to, I know that I can choose. I know that I have the ability to choose, and we all know that, right, with what we've done and the results we've achieved, but also just the trainings that we've been through, that we can, if we set our mind to something, we can make it happen. So I really want to set the intention that this year I'm deliberately creating everything that I'm spending and focusing my time on and achieving the outcomes I want to achieve.
Cool, mate. Well, thanks to Matt J. Hannum. He reminded me of my word from last year. Got a bit hectic last year, Matty.
Yeah, you were slightly off. Just a plural from the...
Integrity was my word from last year. I mean, in saying that, I didn't actually remember my word from last year. You
didn't really buy in then, did you?
Well, true, but when I look at what I said, my integrity in everything I do, build, deliver, speak and act, also I'd be doing past year reviews for a while. I mean, I did that. I honestly put my hand on my heart and there's no other way I would have gotten to where I've gotten to by the end of last year without having an element of integrity about my actions and what I say and what I do. So I even though I didn't focus on it, it was there and it showed up. So I'm pretty okay with how that panned out. This year I've gone with proximity, and again it's a case of having a multiple of different words or a multitude of different words I could have chosen from, and proximity I have used some time ago, and it's probably something that when I challenge myself to level up for where I am and to where I want to aspire to be by the end of the year, the people I choose to be around, the situations I choose to put myself in, are going to be crucial and critical to all of that. And to me, proximity is a state of being near in space or time. I mean, the quote that got me was a quote by author P.U. Srivastav, S-R-I-V-A-S-T-A-V. Our emotional response is driven by the proximity of events. I'd also like to add that it's people and environment. As I continue to grow, I'm very aware of my challenges that are being tabled at me. I mean, there's a few things in my immediate vicinity that I need to be able to negotiate and manage, and obviously create platforms to give myself the freedom to do what I need to be doing. And the people around me that be able to allow me to do that are going to be critical, and that's why I've gone with proximity.
Great, I'll share.
So
Nice.
So what's our challenge out there?
A challenge to anybody that's listening. It's a case of being brave enough to put a label on what it is you're going to be aiming for this year. What's going to hold? What are you going to hold yourself accountable to? And what are you prepared to allow others to challenge you on and hold you accountable to? I've shared my word with my entire social network, or the people that I value their feedback from. I've gone that big. I mean, I've gone big with proximity because I want people that are in my proximity, the people that I value, need to understand that I don't want to waste my time. And so anyone that holds any value in my proximity know what my word is, and I expect them to be challenging me on my word, and on the vice versa, I'll challenge them in the same vice and as vice as what I've done with you, Matty, recently. So proximity is a two-way thing. If I value it, then those around me need to also value it.
Cool. So reach out if you do end up creating a word for yourself.
Yeah, I'd love to know it. Share it on socials.
Would love to know and the reason behind it. Yeah.
It's had some profound effects on myself, and I know that people, I mean, you guys have been using it.
Definitely.
For me, it's an incredible source of, just self-accountability that I use it for. I think it's really great. It's on last year's word's actually still on my screensaver on my phone.
So yeah, I mean, it's not a secret. There's a lot of people that subscribe by it. One of my very, very good friends, Sam Cawthorne, he challenged me on it a long time ago. I happen to already be doing it. So I know that the players that are at the top of their game are playing this same game. So if you aspire to any level of greatness, give yourself the ability to focus. And if you can see what I'm seeing right now, you know why I'm laughing. On that note, like, share, subscribe, give us your words, and we'd love to know why.
Thank you, and bye for now.
See you later.
Peace. Thanks for listening to the Simple Minds podcast. If you like our show and want to know more, then check out our website at simplemindspodcast.com. If you like, you can even leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or share this episode with a friend. The Simple Minds podcast is also on Facebook, Insta, and for those that like to keep things formal, LinkedIn. So follow us there if you want to keep up with the latest updates from the show. See you next week.